right, so here we are at Ontario Grower Supply here on Adelaide Street to see an old friend. This is somebody who's been great for the food bank, and I think Luis is in here too, so let's have a look. And there they are. Now, these guys are like twins.
Hello there.
Anyway, this is Tom Page from Ontario Grower Supply. Tom.
Good afternoon.
Thank you. I know we've worked with you since the pandemic. You've helped us a lot with the greenhouse and technologies, and of course, Luis is here. Now, I was on seeing Luis about 3 weeks ago, and he showed me basically that kind of thing there.
Yes.
And I was really shocked at how practical it is and that people can actually use them inside of their house. So how do they work, Tom?
Well, they're totally enclosed. So they allow people to grow indoors without interrupting their home or their lifestyle.
Yeah.
So instead of making a closet or your basement into a grow room, people will adapt these tents that are easy to put together.
Yeah.
And they also come with doors. So this one can be zipped shut, so you can keep the light from coming into your home.
Yeah.
And keep your pets and children outside of the grow area.
Yeah.
Now, being enclosed also means you can control pests and diseases. But the advantage of these tents now, compared to the old days, is that they're incorporating LED lighting.
Yeah.
And the advantage of LED lighting is not only less power usage, but a lot less cooler than running traditional grow lights.
Yeah.
So you can touch them, so they're just more adaptable to growing. So this is a 200-watt light here, and most of these LED lights are adjustable. So again, we can turn it down if we're starting seedlings, like some baby tomatoes, or turn it up if we're trying to ripen some stuff.
Yeah, no, that's good.
So
And they take less energy too, right? These
a lot
lights.
less. So approximately half the energy of what traditional grow lights would use.
Yeah.
So the thing with being enclosed is that we need to regulate the temperature and humidity, as Luis knows. So most of them incorporate an exhaust fan.
Yeah.
They'll suck all the air out, and you can just recycle it back into the home or take it right outside. In this case, we're actually even using a charcoal filter just to neutralize any strong odors and keep bugs and contaminants down. And you want to have gentle air movement in there.
Yeah.
So something like this, you could produce anywhere from 10 to 40 heads of lettuce at a time, 3 or 4 tomato plants, that kind of thing.
And what comes with the kit?
The frame itself, but the lighting and then the ventilation system and the air movement. It's the only thing people would need are containers, soil, and your seeds. Yeah. But all the hardware would be included, including like a temperature humidity monitor that would tell you how hot and how cold it's been in there since you checked it. So basically all the hardware to get it going.
And what's the price of something like this?
Anywhere from $500 up to $1,000, again, depending on the size and the size.
I was surprised at that when I heard it's a lot cheaper than I thought. So
yes, yeah. So most important and then expensive thing being the lighting.
Yeah.
So that'd be around $300, give or take, in today's market. So it's,
now you have different sizes of them, right? Like over here, you've got some small ones.
Yep, so that one's 3 by 3, but they come anywhere from 2 feet by 2 feet up to 10 by 10.
Yeah.
And at the food bank, you're utilizing one that's 8 by 8, 10 by 10 kind of thing. Yeah. That has 2 rooms. Yeah. The most popular size seems to be 5 by 5, 4 by 4 for a home. Thinking of where it's going to go in a spare bedroom or the basement. And do you have enough real estate? So is your family going to let you use that space? Hopefully it's a joint effort in there. But again, considering how much hydro, they don't use 200 watts. 12 hours a day isn't going to be a huge hit on the average family's hydro bill.
Now, Luis, you and Tom become good friends over this last 4 or 5 years. I can see that. I'm a bit jealous of it, but still, it's really good. Now, the Construction Association and Mike Carter, they came and got one of these, and you set it up in the drive shed at the food bank in the lab down there, right? What size is the one that you have there?
I think that's the biggest one available in the market. It should be like a 10 by 10.
Yeah.
It's the biggest thing in the round. And a difference from what Tommy's have here is that the one that we have over there, we put our 2 rackings unit inside. Okay. So we're growing vertical. Okay. So of course you have 1 lab here. Yeah. The one that we have in the food bank is like 4 tiers with lamps in the 4 tiers. Yeah. And we don't need such a strong lamp really because we're doing the seedlings and microgreens. Yeah. So to this land is excellent to do like a full grow of tomatoes or peppers, like a fruiting plant.
Yeah.
Actually, this would be also maybe too much for lettuces. Like you don't need that nice land. You can
turn
do
it
it.
down or.
You have the alternative here.
But most likely they would use a light that's behind us
Yeah,
here.
yeah,
Use
something like
thinner
that.
strip
Yeah.
lighting was what Luis would be utilizing down at the food bank.
Yeah.
So the thing is with these guys, as you have that alternative to customize it, what are you doing really?
Yeah.
If you do this as a setup for microgreens, it will be super productive because again you can do it in layers in vertical thinning.
Yeah.
But these tomatoes here, they are doing amazingly. He has some beautiful tomatoes already growing in here, and this is the capabilities of this machine to really grow there. Of course, so sometimes you could think like $1,000 to invest in one of these things. Maybe that would be like too much, but then is the answer like when or how you're accessing for land. Like if you want to go to a garden, a community garden, that's pretty much a waiting list for a year or 2 years.
Yes.
So then this $1,000 investment, it looks like, you know what? I really want to grow. This is the way to do it.
And what you have at the food bank is that you have one of these, a bigger one, as we said, but you're growing seedlings there.
Yes.
And where do those seedlings go?
So we're testing that nursery machine for the Farm in a Box project. We will need between 700 or 500 seedlings probably a week.
A week, okay.
So
So you're growing them there in one of these units.
yes, but again, a nice growing tray. If you have small cells, you can have like between 150 or 200 plants in one of these trays. 72 in one tray with super big plants. But we're aiming with the small ones. So for us to have 800 plants, it would be like 2 tiers of the thing.
Yeah.
And we have the other for the next week, and then the other for the next week,
Yeah.
and you have to make a scale like that because the rotation of the seedling is so fast.
Yeah. So the seedlings go up there to Farm in the Box, to the
Correct.
containers. They grow up, they ripen, and then they're all brought back to the food bank, right, to be distributed to families that are
So
hungry.
this is pretty much Mike Carter's idea. He's an optimizing of system.
Yeah.
He already saw a way to optimize the whole Farm in a Box layout and way to do the harvesting. So what he's envisioning is to have like a rack that you can move from the Farm in a Box, put it in a truck with plants that are completely ready to harvest.
Yeah.
We harvest those at the food bank.
Okay. Yeah.
And then we planted the seedlings back on those, the same that we transplanted. And then from the food bank, in the food bank they're harvested. And then in the food bank they're resown, and then they're sent back to the Farm in a Box operation.
This is so confusing. It's we'll have to show
It's a
it when
little
it's
bit- yes,
happening.
we have to show it how
we'll
it
have to
is.
show
It is
it.
a
What is it?
logistical plan that
Yeah,
Mike is
it's-
planning.
yeah. that's
Mike
right.
is something else though.
That's
We're
right.
so happy with him.
Luis, I'm going to give you this, and then I want to have a talk with Tom for a bit. So Tom, Ontario Grower Supply, you've been with them from the beginning. When did that start?
Yeah, we started the store in 1994.
Not here though, right? It was
No,
someplace.
in another location
Yeah.
on Clark Road here, and then we moved to Fanshawe Park Road, and then we opened another store here, and then now we just have one store here.
Because people can order online.
The advent of the internet and all that. So if you live long enough, you see all these changes, right? So in retail.
Yeah.
So it's
For us as a food bank, I think the burst of growth in the technology around plants and growing plants. I mean, you're here at the store. I mean, when the food bank first started at the greenhouse, it was really Tom we came to here. And Luis and I came down, saw Tom, and you really helped to supply us with a number of different things, including LED lights, lots of special things. These guys have been great to us. They've been great friends. But even in the 5 years since we've had the greenhouse, technology seems to have just grown by leaps and bounds. Is that the case? Do you see that here in the business?
Oh yes, there's the rate of change in the technology. So even from the monitoring equipment and the lights, of course. But 5 years ago, people would have to go into their greenhouses or their grower operations and check the temperature, humidity, and the high and the low, the min max.
That's right.
You'd have to do it on the weekend, where now it's going to be all done through your phone as far as monitoring. So it makes it that much more helpful and hopefully preventing any hiccups as they go along. But yeah, actually the amount of hydro used has come down. The technology's gotten
Types of
better.
lights have changed, right?
It's changed, so it's becoming more feasible to grow everything, even from watercress up to really expensive tomatoes or heirloom vegetables.
Nice. Luis is always happy when he gets to see you, because when I come down and talk to him, it's like talking to a kindergarten kid about how to grow, right? Yeah. But when he sees you, you guys are roughly at the same level. So how has that working relationship been? I mean, it's been since the start of the pandemic. Is that correct? Yeah. How's that gone?
Oh, great! Yeah, because we have, everybody has their own aspects or strengths. So I've been working with Luis and looking at different types of organic fertilizers, mineral fertilizers, educating each other, and then he's been educating me on broad growth of growing plants in a large greenhouse. And trying to manage all that and work on a time schedule. So it's mutually beneficial. But no, it's been great just to look at the advances, even just in how we understand plants and what's going on there, especially in soil. So it's again mutually beneficial, and we've seen again just the rate of change is crazy in the inputs and the new players out there. So we're looking forward to seeing that change even more.
So as a food bank, we've moved from outdoor gardens to greenhouse, right? A large one and some little ones. And then we're moving up to the container. I'll put a picture of that on this video. But there's going to be 5 containers as part of Farm in the Box. Each one of these things grow acres of food, and they grow 24/7. 12 months a year, which is awesome. But in between that, between the greenhouse and that is one of these. So Luis has one of these down in the dry shed at the food bank, which he's using as a lab to grow the seedlings, as we talked about earlier. Do you see that as a natural progression, or do you think more experimentation should be done by us as a food bank to figure out? Like, I think the greenhouse has worked out well, and Luis knew a lot about that. But how do you feel about this path that we have taken as a food bank?
Oh no, I think it's great. Moving from farming to controlled environmental agriculture, whether it's a small hobby indoor farm or grow tent like this, or a farm in the box that is going to be showing up very soon. I think it's important, especially with the cost of food period, but also the environmental change, or whatever we call it now. But our weather is becoming more and more unstable and unpredictable. Maybe in Southern Ontario we'll be a beneficiary of climate change, but overall, I mean, we all see the news, right? There's just storms everywhere and erratic. So this is a good thing. So I've definitely learned a lot just even the last couple of years. And then promoting this, I think, is actually just hand in hand with what's already going on. As I was saying before, the Farm in the Box is a daunting task, but the people that are involved, not just you and Luis,
construction
but
workers,
LDCA have a lot of passion, and are actually going to have a state-of-the-art Farm in the Box, as far as I'm concerned. This will be the leading edge that other seed can container growers will be looking at.
And these containers, when we first talked about it 3-4 years ago, we were going to buy containers that were ready-made. They were up in Ottawa. And then things got held up, and then all of a sudden the Construction Association decided, because it was their 125th anniversary, that they want to provide a legacy gift to the community to show that they're in it for the long haul with the community. And so they've been great supporters of the food bank, so they came and offered to do these containers for us. The difference is, though, between them and which they were then going to buy them and bring them here from Ottawa, they now decided to do their own. So they buy the empty shells, and now all of these different construction people, they're great with HVAC, water, with electricity, all that stuff. They're designing all this stuff, they're outfitting these things, and then all that food that's coming from those places come down to the food bank. What I like about it, to be honest, since the time of tariffs, right? I mean, we've been told elbows up, it's time for Canada to start providing its own. It sounds really great when it comes to food.
Right.
The problem is like 4 or 5 months a year is pretty hard to grow here because of the weather. But these things change all that.
Yes.
Right? And so do the big containers that we have. And I would have to think that average citizens more and more are going to get into this because they're like this around the world. Just in Canada, we never had to do it because we
Right.
just always go to grocery stores, right?
Yes.
Have you seen a movement that way?
Oh, yes,
yeah,
yeah.
it is
So,
happening.
for a number of reasons, yeah. And then,
Yeah.
you know, anything from people that are starting to get older and they're worried about their health, so they're worried about the nutritional
Yeah.
content of their food, how nutrient dense it is.
Yeah.
And also people that have young families and teaching their children not only where the food comes, but
Yeah.
growing, you know, eating fresh pea shoots versus buying them from branded market per se,
Yeah.
right? So it's a few different things going on there, but yeah, just being predictable, and also the price is more attractive now. So it's, the food price is going up.
That's good. Well, Tom, you've been a great volunteer for us,
Thanks,
a great friend. I'm going to put the phone number for this place up here. If you're interested in anything like this, I mean, I'm definitely very interested. I didn't know they were even here till 3 weeks ago. The Luis together have been terrific, and we really appreciate it. But thank you for your friendship, and we know it will continue.
Thanks, Glenn. I'm looking forward to the future. It'll be good.